What up?
I'm talking to no one. There it goes. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bro Banter, the ultimate podcast for dudes and bros. My name is Steph, and with me always is David. Here we are. Welcome to episode 10. We made it to 10 episodes. 10 episodes. Week 13. Week 13. You guys know how we started off every week. Gonna go over the percentage correct of last week. David, lucked out, my boy. You got one more correct than me. One more correct.
Is the Eagles game?
No, stop it. You stop that shit. I missed 5 to a 61%. You missed 4 to a 69%. It's not much of a win, but a win is a win, and that is how it played out. Congratulations. Moving into the breakdown. My God, dude, did you ever expect that the most interesting game on TV for the first half would have been the Indianapolis-Tennessee game? Fucking lights out. That was so impressive. So it was so crazy. It looked like a college game for a long time. And then, yeah, never mind. It was a college game the entire time.
Pretty much the whole time.
Like, from fucking blocked kicks to intercepted two-point conversions for all the way return for their own two-point conversions.
Everything was happening.
Dude.
Stuff you don't see in the NFL. Sometimes stuff you don't even see in college football.
Yeah.
That's like Pee Wee League coming out and the kids get all the balls.
And man. And look, at the first matchup, Indy was Tennessee was steamrolled by Indy. But to have a comeback win in overtime, let me tell you from experience, it feels pretty fucking good. It feels pretty good. Detroit, New Orleans, you know, I feel really...
I was kind of surprised Detroit even started to come back from that. Cause
why?
Not Detroit, but New Orleans. Because Detroit put up, 20 points before New Orleans even made a
21-0.
Yeah.
21-0.
So I was surprised New Orleans even came back with anything to put on the board.
Yeah, especially, I mean, they're a tough team. New Orleans is a tough team. And there's a lot of inconsistencies in Detroit. Jared Goff is not one of them. I've told you guys since week 3, I believe in Goff. I love that dude. Believe in Goff. But Carr throws interceptions. Goff to Laporta. You know,
Laporta is looking really good right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's becoming that number one reliable target for him, and that's good.
Yeah. I mean, the entire time, New Orleans and Derek Carr were just beat the fuck up. The dude got injured. Speaking of injuries, holy fuck, dude. Derrick Henry injured in the 4th.
Yeah.
Tank Dell injured in the 1st.
Yeah. That wasn't my plan, okay? I didn't know that they were going to get injured. He didn't even get hit.
Derek Carr injured in the 4th. Tank Dell was hit.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. You were thinking
Kirk
about Christian
wasn't.
Kirk, the
Kirk
other
wasn't.
piece of shit fucking fantasy trade you gave me.
You didn't have to accept it.
Derek Carr, injured. Brian Robinson, injured.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk, injured. Trevor Lawrence, injured.
Yeah.
And for a moment there, I thought Jalen was injured.
He did limp a little bit.
He was under. They sent him back for concussion
protocol, and then he got it back out.
Yep.
He did well. The hit alone caused that issue.
Correct.
To get checked out.
Yep.
But he did start. He did have a little bit of a not abnormal gant to him at the last part of the game. The last quarter.
We'll get to Philly. I just wanted to.
He did have a little bit of a limp there toward the last quarter.
Moving on. Miami to Washington.
Should have been more of a blowout.
Stop.
Let's be real.
You guys are really, really good about beating up teams under 500. It's crazy.
Was Washington under 500? I don't know. They came close to beating you twice this year.
Yes, they are under 500. 45-15, Miami. Yawn. Second most boring game of the entire fucking day.
Hey, at least we beat them with style.
It's not style.
You guys barely won to them.
They're a divisional rival. And here's the deal. Did we catch a dub?
Yeah.
Second most boring game of the day. Next to the Chargers and Patriots game. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh. 2 field goals won that game.
Dude.
All they needed was one, technically.
And here's the deal. I love you guys to death. In fact, what was that other dude's name that was in here last week?
I don't know. You're the one that popped him in.
It's your friend.
Oh, you're talking about Brandon. It'll be I think his name's different on Facebook. It'll be Dozier.
You don't even know your own friends.
No, his name's different on Facebook.
Chargers, New England game, that was such trash, dude. Zappy looks so much better. Ramondre Stevenson, forgot about him. He got injured too. Right after the fumble.
Oh yeah, he did. He went out too.
Yeah.
Who else got injured?
Everyone.
There was another.
Pittsburgh versus Arizona. Listen.
Didn't Pickens get injured too in the last quarter?
I don't think so. Did he? I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to that game. Once I saw that.
One of them did.
Once I saw that Jalen Warren was held to trash after being so explosive.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't as entertaining to me. Hey, right now, no, stop, put that down. Who's the most effective tight end in the NFL right now?
Oh, right now?
Let me ask you a better question. Yeah, right now.
Effective?
Yeah. Who do you think is the most targeted?
Most targeted?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know Mahomes likes to target Kelsey a lot. But, I mean, there are some tight ends getting targeted a lot more in other teams right now, so I wouldn't know the exact numbers.
I don't need an exact. Who do you think is the most targeted?
I mean, out of the tight ends in the league, most targeted, Laporte, Kelsey, Hawkinson, and
would you believe it's none of those? Trey McBride has been the most targeted tight end since week 8. Week 8.
I couldn't think of his name. I was thinking of him. He's in 2 of my leagues. He's my tight end.
Mm-hmm. Tough game for Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, who has been explosive, was just made to look tiny to win giant next to Trey McBride. Dude is a monster. A monster. Atlanta versus the Jets. Linebacker Terrell took a nasty hit. I think he was injured as well. Bijan Robinson, that motherfucker, was taken down easily in the end zone for a Jet safety. You know that was their 3rd safety this season?
You know what's funny about that?
What?
Is I saw the score, right? I was like, 2 points. Somebody got a motherfucking safety. That defense is going to show up today, right? So I flipped over and we put it on my phone, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Wouldn't even it was like so easy of a hit. Like, the guy barely went down.
Well, and here's the deal, dude, is the Jets are, they have got to get something, man. They're clinging for life. They're clinging for anything.
Well, yeah. They shouldn't be.
What do you mean?
They shouldn't be.
What do you mean? They have no quarterback.
You're right, but they have the talent, dude. Like,
They benched Boyles for Simeon.
I know.
Their 4th string.
I know.
Because
Here's
hold
the
on,
thing,
wait. All because Boyles threw an interception to Jesse Bates.
Mm-hmm.
To Jesse Bates. That dude got a pick 6 last week.
Here's the thing. The Jets have shown that they don't have faith in their 2nd, 3rd, or 4th string quarterbacks usually. They don't.
Yeah, but one interception to Jesse Bates, who gets interceptions.
You know how long it took to allow Zach Wilson to throw a fucking ball?
Yeah, I know what it took. It took Aaron Rodgers getting a fucking career-ending injury.
No, they
That's what
still
it
weren't
took.
running all the fucking balls.
Well,
all the
no,
damn
they weren't
time.
doing all of it. I wouldn't either. I'm not gonna give all of it to a quarterback, but I'm not gonna let him lead for 2 weeks and then the first sign of distress pull him for a fucking nobody. Okay.
There's been a lot of rookies coming in that haven't ever had any showtime on the NFL court, coming out and playing this year because of injuries.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh yeah, what are we gonna get into?
We're gonna get into it. Philadelphia, San Francisco. We're gonna talk about it. Okay? Before we talk about it,
Okay.
the one
Before we bring the elephant in the room.
yeah. Because here's the deal. It's no faith lost. You know what I mean? I still have 110% faith in my team. And I'll tell you why.
It's just one loss, of course.
It's one game.
Definitely have faith in your team.
It's one game.
10-2.
Not only is it just one game, right? Because a lot of people are putting more stock into this one game than what needs to be. And I'll tell you why they're putting more stock into it. Everyone had this built up like it was the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship rematch, right? Like this was the opportunity. This was the opportunity for San Francisco. This was the opportunity for San Francisco to come back and shut us the fuck up. And look, before we go any further, shut us up they did. Kinda. Let me tell you why kinda. It opened up a lot of inconsistencies with us, right? Yes, our secondary is not as good as it needs to be. Correct. We have since Howie sees a hole and he plugs it, right? Sees a hole and he plugs it. Shaquille Leonard stays healthy. I think that's a great addition to our linebacker core, great addition to our secondary, great addition to the defense as a whole. Here's where I don't want to take anything from San Francisco, right? It was a great win. They're a great team. A great team. I've said that before. Great team. It's a good quarterback. It's a great everything else, okay? They had a 10-day rest.
Okay.
Philly played 3 games in 13 days.
Okay.
One of which was an unbelievable 97 defensive snaps just 7 days ago against Buffalo.
Okay.
Boys retired.
Well, I mean, it's the end of the season. You're going to get wore out, but you
For
got to
sure.
do the push.
For sure, absolutely. I'm not discrediting that. However, 3 games in 13 days versus a 10-day rest, that alone speaks volumes. Okay. We did not capitalize on very, very crucial moments, 2 of which were the field goals, right? Being up 6-0 versus being up 14-0 is a completely different mindset. It's a completely different coaching strategy.
Yeah.
It's a completely different emotion.
You're still trying to get into the end zone, and you can't get there. You keep having to get 3 points.
Right.
And then the other team comes back and just shoves it down your throat right into the end zone.
Right. More so, Deebo Samuel. Dude was a fucking monster with the football yesterday. He was something else. He was made in a test tube.
Hey, Tyreek Hill, when you talk smack, that's what you got to do. You got to show up. Deebo talked so much smack saying he was going to come up there and whoop their ass. And guess what? He came in there and boss hogged all the way through that thing.
110%. 110%.
Dude, nothing against you, Hill, but sometimes when you talk, the next game you kind of just bolo.
Well, and even if he doesn't bolo, it's
not as extravagant as it needs to be.
No, it's the same. And don't get me wrong, his baseline is elevated above others, but it's still baseline.
For him, it's baseline. He needs to, worry about playing instead of saying.
Yep, 110%. Deebo was 4 for 4 on catches, right? 116 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. He also had 3 carries for 22 yards with a rushing touchdown. Dude came into the game literally wearing black Air Force Ones and was ready to stomp it down our throat.
Oh, yeah.
Here is where I will put the microscope.
Well, we have 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 for 4.
That's what I
He
said.
only got 4 targets,
That's
and
what I
he
said.
got all of them.
That's what I said.
I just wanted to reedify it because, you know.
Here's where I'm going to put the microscope on San Francisco. Brock Purdy, right? And the eye test for, essentially all viewers in America, you guys saw what I saw. You saw Philly get outmatched, right? That was a clear, definitive yes. But when we go to the tape, when we go to the stats, outside of Debo, it wasn't a completely different tale of the tape. Yes, they have a Kittle. We don't even have a Goddard, right? So, on that match alone, they're 100%. I don't give a fuck who you are. Swifty is amazing, but he is not Christian McCaffrey. And I'll tell you what, on any given day outside of Sunday, I'm taking AJ over Debo. That's just me. Any given day outside of last Sunday, I'm taking AJ over Debo. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was 19 for 27. That's great. That's 70%. 314 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts was 26 for 45. That's 57%. 298 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Less than 20 yards difference. 16 yards different in
their yards, but their completion rate's way different.
Agreed. So, and I think that goes back to a conversation that we had earlier in the season about weapons, right? There's no team in the NFL that we've seen since the Super Bowl era that has had this many number one weapons. It's a dream team. This is the Golden State Warriors of football right now. There's, by all accounts, no reason they shouldn't win at all. There's no reason.
There's 2 reasons. There's 2 reasons why they could lose it all.
There's 2 reasons.
2 of them are the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, hang on. There's 2 reasons why they could, but by all accounts.
By all accounts, by the tails of the tape, by the numbers on the paperwork,
they shouldn't have lost 3 games in a row.
No, even if the win is only by a point or 3 points, they should still be winning them. Yes, you're correct. But there are 2 teams that also want it just as bad. And I feel like if you're going to lose to one of those teams in the playoffs.
And look, we talked earlier today about your faith in Dallas, especially at home.
Yeah.
Historically, though, what we have seen out of Dak Prescott is he fumbles big situations. Not fumbles the ball, but he fumbles the situation. He fumbles the execution to elevate his team to the next level to secure a win,
right.
Especially in tight game situations. We've seen Jalen Hurts not only be clutch, but anytime that there is a loss, he comes back in a completely different mode. So even though this upcoming is at home in Dallas, in Jerryland, against divisional rival
situations,
right?
Man. I mean,
against divisional rival, Jalen comes back better, makes the team better, and I think that loss against San Francisco is the fire that was needed to set the rest of the season ablaze. Which segues me into our next conversation. Before we do that, though, I did want to talk. Joe Flacco comes up off the couch and doesn't miss a fucking beat. Dude threw 23 for 44. That's a 52% completion rate. Had 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. 17.6 points in fantasy.
Yeah.
He's going to be the number 1 until Deshaun comes back.
He's going to, yeah. They ain't got nobody else.
And I think because of him, they're going to win the next game.
are they playing against?
They are playing Jacksonville.
Well, I mean, Jacksonville just lost some key players, so it's a possibility.
All right. Now, on to the next one.
Oh, who's to even say their quarterback's not probably even going to come in next week at all?
Before we segue into my next one, Brock Purdy did not throw the ball for over 20 yards. We talked about that at work earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So that means those 314 yards.
Well, I can tell you 116 of them
They were
Debo's.
Yeah, and his was yak as fuck.
Yeah, they were.
His were yak as fuck.
Yeah, he went across the fucking field for that touchdown.
Yeah. On the opposite side, our most explosive plays came from Jalen outside of the pocket. Whether it was scrambling to the right or rushing it downfield.
Mm-hmm.
Our plays came outside of the pocket.
Yeah, they forced him out.
So Brian Johnson trying to make Jalen Hurts a fucking pocket passer is really pissing me off.
He's trying to extend his passing ability.
He's done that.
Yes, he is more accurate.
There was one game last year.
There was
one game last year where he threw for 300 yards.
Okay, and this year he's doing better.
A lot better.
Yes. So,
but don't take away what made Jalen successful. You just add.
Well, the issue is instead they're not taking away from it. What they're doing is forcing a situation to be a pocket passer. When if you're forced out of the pocket, you need to go back to where you were before.
Not back to the pocket.
No. Exactly. You need to get out there.
What's happening is
and use your legs.
He's scrambling to throw.
They want him to throw the ball.
We need to stop that.
So what they need to do is give him some freedom so he can run.
Yes, we have got to.
They're forcing the plays down his throat. Is basically what's going on.
Yes, I think we need to get out of the pocket initially. Get out of the pocket. Get some fucking runs.
You can still throw outside of the pocket. There's quarterbacks out there right now that they literally will go out of the pocket and throw the ball.
They shut Swift down. They shut Hurts down. We gotta force a run. We got to force a run game. You have to force options.
You at least need to give your defense time on the sidelines to recoup for the next bout.
Yeah.
Because that defense was out there
a lot
most of the game.
Yeah. A lot.
And they was wore out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
We have to score early. You have to score. 3 points is not enough against a team like San Francisco. It's not. It's not enough.
It's not going to be enough against a team like Cowboys either, I don't think. So you're going to have to fix that issue before you go down there.
Well, and I think my next point is going to be fixed come Dallas time is you have to stay aggressive on defense. You have to stay aggressive on defense.
But if you're wore out, you can be as aggressive as you need to if that offense is just running over you.
You have to force a turnover.
I know you do. You have to force turnovers. You have to get points on the board. And
we
can't
do.
Be field goals.
We do every time, except for San Francisco did not force a single turnover.
And if your defense plays like they did this week, I have a feeling that Lamb, Ferguson, Cooks, they're going to have great games.
I don't think so. Lamb catches good deep balls, but his yak isn't that great.
No, he doesn't have good yards at the carry.
Bradbury held San Francisco to under a single yard deep.
I'm just saying, if you wear that defense out enough and you keep them out there, because if you keep getting first downs and keep Jalen off the field.
The best thing for Dallas right now is their defense.
Yeah. Micah Parsons may get a sack. We don't know for sure.
Very well might. Very well may get two, and that's okay.
And when it comes to clutch at the end of the game, that's when you need to double team his ass.
Well,
because when it comes to clutch at the end of the game, and he knows that it's on that defense to shut him down, he always ends up with a sack or something causing some shit it's over.
That's okay. Because in close situations, I know that Jalen is going to be able to do it. In close situations, we will find a way. Now, 42-19. What happened was it was a snowball that it got away.
Yeah.
And I can tell you exactly when it got away. When Big Dom got ejected and we scored, and then immediately after, Debo runs for 40 fucking yards into the end zone
They
and
got
scores
pissed.
immediately after.
They got pissed.
Immediately after.
Yeah, they got pissed.
Killed all fire.
He took a Pro Bowl linebacker out and just did a swap. Here's my security guy. Here's a Pro Bowl linebacker.
You act like that was strategic. And it
Oh, well,
wasn't.
no, it just happened that
Yeah.
way. But I mean, you're not going to say no to that.
No.
Get out of here, security. Yeah, take his ass out of here.
It wasn't. I was pissed that he was being ejected. I was.
We
pissed.
already know how I feel.
I was pissed.
I was okay with it because he put himself in an NFL referee's position.
No, he didn't.
So,
He did not. He was not trying to officiate. He was trying to protect his player. He was trying to protect his teammates. He was trying to protect his job.
there's a lot out there that agree with my point, and there's some out there that agree with my point.
Kyle Shanahan that have agreed with your
Oh my
point.
gosh.
But I could show you. Oh, and one unnamed official. That might not even be an official. It's probably a team owner. It's probably just an owner.
It's probably a 49er guy.
Probably, dude. Fuck, I never even thought of that. Fuck.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, I never even thought of that. Yeah. Yeah. And here's the deal: is like I could agree with you. I thought about your position, and I could agree with you. Like if he came up and like, wah, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But it was a. That's what it was, and then it went to here with an official. Also right there.
Smith was talking smack.
He was not talking smack. He got slammed and said, "What the fuck?"
No, he was actually laughing at the sidelines while it was all going on when Don came in the middle of it. It's in every replay, dude.
He was not laughing.
Every replay,
He
bro.
was not laughing. We'll do
He
this
was
afterwards. 'Cause
smiling.
I've already shown you 5 replays where what
I
happened.
tried to show you like 3 and you ignored
No,
them.
you showed me 2, and they were of the same thing. You showed me those. I can't even remember their names right now, but they're on Fox Sports 1. And then you showed me Kyle Shanahan's press conference.
I did show you that one.
That's dumb. And those dudes showed Kyle Shanahan's press conference in their video, in the first video you showed me. First of all, those dudes were fucking stupid because they said it wasn't even an egregious penalty. It's not like you picked him up and slammed him.
He didn't. He just.
The fuck do you think a fucking suplex is, David?
Oh.
What do you think a suplex is?
It's a man's sport. If you want to be a woman about it, then be a woman about it. That's as simple as that. Patrick Mahomes
Fuck
is,
it. Hey, I tell you what, guys,
on the
go out
sidelines,
there
wasn't
and
even out
just
there.
and just drop kick motherfuckers in the chest. It's a man's sport.
Yeah. Motherfucking tackle the
No.
quarterback when he's inside and you're going to throw a flag
David,
on it. That's
this
the
is-
same kind of
We
situation.
can't chalk it up to it's a man's sport, so we're gonna suplex motherfuckers out of bounds.
He
That's
didn't
crazy.
suplex. He was still in bounds when it all started. He ended up out bounds after the...
He slammed him out of bounds. He slammed him out of bounds.
Okay. We're going to agree to disagree. We've already had this discussion.
Because I don't know how you're not believing it. When you come up and you grab someone from behind and you throw them over your shoulder, that's called a suplex. And when you do that on the sidelines, that's doing it out of bounds.
He wasn't out of bounds.
He suplexed him out of bounds.
Oh, gosh. He took him out of bounds. He just took him out.
You make it sound like he just pushed him out of bounds.
No, he took him
He
out of bounds.
suplexed him out of bounds. It wasn't even a hip toss.
Took him out of bounds.
It was over his right fucking shoulder. It was a suplex. It was out of the UFC.
The fuck out of here.
I watched Brock Lesnar do that in the
Oh my
WWE for years.
You know you
Suplex City.
exaggerate a lot, right?
That's not exaggeration. That's fucking what happened. Look, you don't know how to be objective.
All I did. You're looking up his own. That's the same freaking one that I just had.
This isn't what you sent me. What is this?
You can't even get it to play in here half the time. Yeah, see, play soon, because...
Hang on.
Anywho, while this still loads...
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking open up a new page. We're gonna do it right here. Turn that off. Hang on, guys. We appreciate your patience.
Oh, here we go.
We don't need sound.
Oh, it stopped.
Show your daughter how much you love her.
Now it wants to do... The moment you start typing, it's like, hey, what's this?
What's going downstairs at Tom? What's going on?
Got right in
Hang
there,
on.
see it?
Hang on.
Got right in there and started pushing people. Even moved the official out of the way.
What? No, he is not moving the official. Debo is moving, or Greenlaw is moving the official.
No. Look, he's moving the official and the players. So he gets in the way and touches both of them.
Yeah, doing what?
Moving him away from Smith.
To do what? Why? Why is he doing that?
That's a good question because he's not an NFL official.
He's a security guard. He's protecting.
He's not official with the game.
With a security guard, their job is to protect the fans, players, and coaching staff.
There's a lot going on right now in the NFL showing that he was completely wrong.
No, there's one guy.
No, there's actually a few, but
who?
it's okay.
Who? Because I know for a fact you don't watch analysts and you don't watch commentators. So who they ask? Here it is again.
Push them apart.
There's
No
two
approaching
officials.
away.
There's two officials trying to do the same thing.
Push them apart.
Will you quit talking while I'm talking? There's two officials trying to do what Dom is, but because they are old and small.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're saying Dom is helping the officials the whole way?
No, what I'm saying is that Dom is trying to protect his players.
But because the officials are old, Dom is doing what the officials should be doing.
No, what I'm saying is the officials are trying to break it up, but are unable. So a big security guard.
What's going downstairs at Tom? What's going on down there, Tom? You're seeing it. Kev, that happened maybe 5 yards away from where we're standing. You can see that it's when Greenlaw reached out toward Dom.
Hey, and what hands were touching Greenlaw when this happened?
When he touched him?
Yeah.
No, but the hands were there before. If you put your hands on him and you're not an official,
that means that you have the right to get punched?
No.
Okay.
You're both out. That's why he's out. Because he put his hands on Greenlaw, and then Greenlaw put his hands on him. That's why they're both out.
See, you say this. Hold on. You say this like it's equivalent.
I say this.
Hold on. Stop. Let me finish a fucking sentence.
Okay.
You say this like it's an equivalent. Don put his hands on Greenlaw. Literally put his hand on his chest to insert himself in between the two players. That's what he did. Literally. That's what he did. Put his hand on his chest to insert himself in between the aggression. And then Greenlaw put his hands, he tried to punch Dom in the fucking face. Do you see how an act of de-escalation versus an act of aggression, how these are different?
I do.
But you agree that the course of action for both is equivalent and legitimate.
Yes, because as per the rules in the NFL, he put himself in a position the officials are supposed to be in.
No, he fucking didn't, David. He's a security guard.
What are the rules?
The security guard. His job is to protect players, fans, and coaching staff. And where is all of this going down at? Where's all of it going down at?
Between two players on the sideline.
Where? What sideline?
Two players on the sideline.
What sideline?
The Eagles sideline.
Right.
But the sideline, right?
Right.
So on the NFL field.
No.
During an NFL
not
game,
on the field. Not on the field.
The sideline's part of the field.
No, it's not. The field is the place
I've
of play.
I've literally seen riots start on the sidelines. It's part of the field.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not part of the field. There is no official activity that happens on the sideline.
5 yards away from where we're standing, you can see that it's when Greenlaw reached out toward Dom, who provides security and so much else to the Thunder defense.
Also been disqualified.
Right, because he got a penalty and was also disqualified. It wasn't until the aggravation from San Francisco that Dom was also asked to leave.
It was actually him telling me he touched me first. And they're getting all the information and watching
They were
the
there.
replays.
There were two officials there.
They're watching the replays. They're getting the information on their headset to make sure Greenlaw's 100%.
The officials that ejected Greenlaw were there.
Like I said,
They were in the middle of it. They were in the middle of it. If you were a security guard, if you were that security guard, look, right there.
Right there, right in the middle of it.
He was already in the middle of it. It happened in front of him.
Hold on. Let me talk. Down. He puts himself right there before the official is in there. The other official's coming in. He puts himself in there while the officials are headed towards the play.
Watch where it becomes his job. He slam. Right here. That's where it becomes his job.
No.
Yes. Yes, it is.
No, because he pointed at the ref and then went in there anyways.
To protect his player.
There was nothing physically going on at Smith
Except
at that
he
point in
just
time.
got suplexed.
I mean, I think it was a clean hit anyways, but that's just me.
This is a clean hit.
Inside, inbounds,
This is a clean
right
hit.
now, taken down out.
That's a clean hit.
Yeah.
That's a clean hit.
Just like the one on Pat Mahomes, it was a flag too. That's a clean hit.
That's a clean hit.
In my opinion, yes.
That's fucking crazy. For a dude that is so anal retentive about the rules, that's a clean hit. That's fucking wild.
I've seen a
That's
lot
wild.
worse
That's wild.
suplexes with no flags.
That's wild. That doesn't make it right. Doesn't make
so
it right.
we got to protect one person
No,
over
no, dude,
everybody.
but if you're such,
It
if
doesn't
your,
make it
your
right.
whole position is hold people accountable, hold the refs accountable, do all this, they all need to be held accountable. But now that it fits your narrative, now it's clean. It's okay. I've seen worse, so it's okay. That's wild. That's wild. You're a completely different person 2 weeks ago. Crazy. On to the MVP race. Before we get started, does Brock Purdy deserve to be in the MVP talks?
No.
Okay. Appreciate that. And I'm wondering if I didn't present that idea to you earlier, if you would have still
No.
had that same answer.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have had the
I
same
already
answer?
said that before, and I even said who I would put in there, and you said they're not putting those people in there. I already said he would not be in the race this year, and I don't think he deserves to be in the race this year. The beginning of the season, when he was looking top notch about week 3 or week 4, I was 100% right. He should be in the contention of words, but I still didn't think he needed to be MVP.
He's tied for first right now.
Okay, well, I still don't think he deserves it.
Tied for first. Tied for first. And here's the deal. Here's why I can't consider Brock Purdy the
But I
best in
still
the
consider him a top tier, and you already know that, though.
Yeah, but your definition of top tier and everyone else is different. You're like, top 10 is top tier.
Yeah, I mean,
not.
there's 36 freaking teams.
Top 10 is not top tier. Top 10 is good. Top 10 is good. Top tier is top 5, top 3. That's the top tier echelon. That's the white glove, top shelf. But yeah, this is why I'll never consider Brock Purdy the best in the NFL, is because I don't even consider Brock Purdy the best on the 49ers. And this whole time I haven't. Even way back in week 4.
You're not giving the kid his
No, I am.
dues, man.
I am. He's good. You look. Is Brock Purdy the best on the 49ers?
For the
No,
quarterback,
absolutely
yeah.
not. No, shut. God damn it, dude. I hate when you do that stupid shit.
What?
What did I ask you? Did I ask you if he's the best quarterback on the 49ers? No, I asked if he's the best player on the 49ers. Is he the best
Is
player?
Christian McCaffrey the best running back in the league?
Yes.
Is Deebo Samuel the best wide receiver in the league?
Yes.
No. Is George Kittle the best tight end in the league?
Yes.
No.
Yes, they are. Those guys are all
They're not the
the
number
best at their
one in the
position.
NFL. No.
Yeah, they are the best at their position. Yeah. Yeah, if you put George Kittle up against any 4 other quarterbacks you want to, Any four of the quarterbacks you want.
He's a tight end, so I'd put him.
Or any other
ends.
four of the tight ends you want.
And we'll see where he ranks as of right now this season out of tight ends.
Okay, we're going on this season.
We can go last season. Here, let me go in here. Leaders as of 2022, last season, for tight end. Kelsey, Hawkinson, Kittle. He's still not number one. We can go off of 2021 if you want. Yeah, he's number 4 now. And then we can go off this year if you want. Like I said, he's not number 1 in the league. Heck, he's number 4 this year too. He's not number 1 in the league.
Oh, so he's top tier?
Yeah.
Okay. So they have a top 5. All right. So they have all top 5 positions. No one else in the entire fucking league has that, dude. So you're making my point for me. Is he the best player on the Niners? No. So if he's not even the best player on his team, how can he be the best player in the NFL? There's no way.
What's he ranked this year for quarterback?
You're arguing the same shit. You already agreed with me, and then you're arguing it. You don't make any fucking sense.
What are you talking about? You're putting a tight end versus a quarterback, a wide receiver versus a quarterback, a running back versus a quarterback. That's like putting.
Yeah.
That's like putting Reggie White against Tom Brady.
It is a quarter. It
That's
is
like,
primarily a quarterback given award, but it is most valuable player. It is most valuable player.
I get it.
Right?
Yeah.
And you know,
but it's mostly a quarterback award.
You are absolutely correct. But no one else in the league has top 5 players for every offensive position.
Correct.
Except for the Niners.
Okay. And it's built that way.
It's built that way because he's Mr. Irrelevant.
Because they can pay other players.
Right.
And they can still restructure anything when he comes off his rookie contract to give him a little bit of extra money to stay.
No, they can't.
I think they can.
There's not enough money.
I don't know what their cap space is right now.
There's not enough money. Trent Williams, Deebo, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy are not going to get top 5 contracts like they are all going to want to.
I don't think Purdy's going to want one of those, but that's just me.
He's definitely going to.
Okay. I don't think he's going to want one of the top contracts in the NFL for quarterbacks. I think they're going to restructure some stuff and try to keep Purdy as long as he'll stay and give him a couple $1 million, probably about $10 or $15 million a year. I don't think he's going to get 30.
You think he's going to get paid like a running back?
Maybe.
I'll bet you $50 he's going to be the top 5 paid quarterback in the league.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not willing to take that bet right now because the season's not over yet.
Even if it doesn't matter.
If they win the Super Bowl and it's without some of their key players that you say are number ones, then it will matter at that point.
Oh yeah, then he's for sure getting $50 million.
Yeah, he's for sure getting 30.
He's for sure getting 30 now.
I don't know.
He's for sure getting 30 now, just because of what's on paper. And the only thing that I've stated this entire time is that the paper only looks as good as it does because there are top 5 positions everywhere else. Everywhere else. Like, and I'm not saying that I have like this mental blockade on Brock Purdy where his ability to go into my top tier echelon is never going to happen. In fact, it's wide open.
This season, you stated if he goes to another team and does it.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it would take. That's what would do it. 100%.
I don't know if he'll go to another team.
Or I mean, even if he stays with the same team and only has a top 5, 1 or 2 guy, like every other team in the league has. There's usually
How old is Deebo?
1 or 2 top guys. I don't know. Still young enough that he's got 5 more years.
Well, he's got at least a couple. Ayuk's young. He's just starting out.
And look, my ultimate foreseeable thing that I think is actually going to happen is I think that they'll probably hang on to Purdy and probably C-Mac if they have the ability. Trent Williams might be another one of those staples, but I think everyone else is expendable.
That's crazy.
What?
And Purdy's above Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, and all them this year.
Yeah. Did you not hear what I said? Top 5 everywhere else. Even on defense. Nick Bosa was Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Yeah.
Like, they have the best of the best. It's the Golden State of football right now. It's the dream team.
Oh, yeah, and if they can keep going what they're doing, it's going to be near unstoppable.
Of course they can.
Well, I mean, they showed with 3 losses in a row that they can't continue that process.
And that was the only thing that was the only weakness that they have. That was an exposure of the only weakness they have. What are you doing?
We weren't seeing the comments, dude.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so we couldn't even talk to them. That's why they left us.
Exit the pin. There we go.
they were there, and then they left us.
Yeah, there
couldn't
we go.
even, like, talk to them or anything.
Oh,
well. I just noticed it. I was like, hold on. I see comments in here.
Yeah, I didn't see no comments. But yeah.
He only throws slants.
But yeah, I think...
Spants.
Slants.
Yeah, I know. Talking about Purdy.
He does. He does. Slants and short slot. But yeah, the MVP race.
I don't think he has the arm strength to go 40 plus yards over his arm.
Oh, he definitely does.
I don't know if he does.
We've seen
with accuracy.
We've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen some interceptions that way too.
No.
For Brock Purdy.
I mean, he's got a few, but we've seen more of those by the numbers on Devo.
On shorters for like 15, 20 yards.
No, he had a 38. Was it 3 weeks ago? To Ayuk?
Yeah, I'm just saying consistently though. He doesn't. I don't think he has the power yet consistently to throw that far.
It's the same football field, David. The field doesn't get any bigger. He's always gets the same. He's got the strength.
I know he's got the strength for a couple in the game. I don't know if he's got a strength like Josh Allen to throw bombs for half the freaking game.
So that's not.
That's the strength I'm talking about.
I think every quarterback in the NFL can do that. Like, can throw as far as needed. It's just, this is the NFL, right? So, I think the only reason that...
Definitely better than Mac Jones. Everyone's better than Mac Jones.
I think that the only reason that Allen does that is because of Diggs, right? The same thing with Tua. You talk a lot about Tua being the most accurate long passer. Okay, the reason that he's the most accurate long passer is because he's hitting more long passes because on one-to-one, man-to-man on Tyreek.
Yeah, once Tyreek gets
that's separation.
A step or two.
2-yard separation, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, he had a nice end zone throw all the way in.
Right.
Because Tyreek was already there.
Right. Jalen can do those on a man-to-man with AJ if there's separation. I think the reason that quarterbacks don't do that, I don't think it's a matter of capability. I think it's strategy. Yeah, yeah. The longer the ball's in the air, the more likely it is that someone is gonna pick it up. Cause dude, I was watching like the windows. That's one thing that's one reason why I don't watch college, is the windows are way bigger. Right? There's so many more big time explosive plays in college because that window of error, that margin of error is way bigger.
They take more chances there.
Well, and the margin of error is bigger. It's not. Dude, those dudes in the NFL, they've got shit so fucking refined, so refined. Well, it's because they're just a professional athlete. They're not a student athlete or.
Yeah, their job is being an athlete.
Yeah.
So it's 24/7 for them whenever they have the time.
And they don't have to worry about.
They're on the field.
Even when they're at the gym, it's the best equipment the best equipment around. It's the best nutrition. It's the best of
they got their own nutritionists anyways.
Yeah. Jalen, Dak and Brock.
I mean, look at what was it? The Thanksgiving game, and who was that? 49er. He refused to eat any of the turkey or anything. He's because of his intake.
Justin Jefferson.
No, he was a 49er. Justin Jefferson's a wide receiver on the Minnesota Vikings.
So that was the Vikings that did.
I forget his name.
Because they had that big turkey leg, and neither
Well,
Justin Jefferson.
Kittle brought the whole turkey in to the locker room. He went back out and stole the whole turkey. It was Purdy got cornbread. There was another one that got spaghetti because that's what he always has in Thanksgiving. And then one of the players, I think it was, who the fuck was it? It's their defensive star,
Nick Bosa.
Bosa. Yeah, Bosa didn't eat no turkey or anything. He was keeping up with his nutrition for his body.
Jalen, Dak, and Brock all tied for MVP. All in the NFC. And then in fourth place, Patty Mahomes.
I don't know how he's still there.
Because it's Patrick.
It's got to be just his name at this point.
It's Patrick. Well, and in all actuality, he's got 3,127 yards. He's at a 67.8% completion rate. He's got 22 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions. Dak is at 32-34. 70% and 26 and 6 with 2 rushing. There's a lot of people that bring to light Jalen's lack of passing touchdowns because he's at 2,995 yards, 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah, he runs them all.
He's got 12 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
12 rushing touchdowns.
Tush push or right out the side.
Mm-hmm. Brock, 31-85, 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 2 rushing. Lamar Jackson, 2,618 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 5 rushing. I don't know how Lamar is in the conversation this year, to be honest with you. I wish, and you're not going to like this, but I wish that Josh Allen took his place. Because even with the losses, Josh Allen is at 3,214 yards. He's got 24 touchdowns. He does have 13 interceptions, but he's also got 9 rushing touchdowns. The dude has more touchdowns than anyone else in the NFL. He's got 33 touchdowns.
Yeah, probably got more interceptions too.
He does. He does, but not by much. I mean, Jalen and Patrick are tied at 10. He's got 13. So his separation isn't crazy. But I absolutely think Tyreek needs to be in the conversation as well.
He's gonna break that 2,000. He got over 150.
He very well might, dude. He very well might. And I told you I didn't think he would, but if
he had 157 yards.
Yeah, if he can do that. Yeah, it can definitely happen. 1,481 yards, 12 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. All right, moving on to the Diamonds. We didn't do this last week. I'm sorry.
No, we got in there. We still had a good session, but we got in there and we forgot about it.
Hang on. I can get my pen. Wait, dude, we're already on page 2.
When we get the contender and pretenders, is that after that?
That's after.
Okay.
Oh, star of the show.
Star of the show for this week? I'm going to go with Metcalf.
Decent.
I mean, he posted the fastest time this year alone.
Let me rephrase this. Let's do star of the show besides Debo.
Oh, I just said Metcalf. Yeah, I wanted to say Debo because he talked the walk, he walked the walk and talked the talk. Man, that guy came in there talking smack and walked right out of there showing that I don't just bark, I bite too.
Yeah.
But Metcalf, I mean that run, you didn't even look. It didn't even look like he was going that fast because he's so fucking tall. I didn't even know that he went that fast until after the game.
Big motherfucker.
And they were like, he just posted the fastest time. And I'm like, what? Hold on. Hill had that before with Achan, and we had the top 5 fastest ones. right, on my team alone, and I'm like, what?
You
So I
said-
looked at it again. I was like,
Yeah, that dude that last week or
I
week
did.
before last,
I
and
did. I
old and
said,
washed
I don't
up.
know. I think he's just getting too old. I don't know if he's got that speed no more. And he definitely shut my mouth up
Yeah.
real fast. I had him on my bench on 2 of my leagues because I didn't think he was going to do that. And then he just made me look like a punk ass bitch on 2 of my leagues because of it. I think he was hearing me. I know this guy only says 4 motherfuckers listen to us, but maybe he
DK's one of them.
maybe he saw this motherfucker and he's like, this motherfucking Dolphins fan, watch this. Because in the off season, Tyreek and him were talking smack.
Were they?
They were. Metcalf was saying he can outrun him, and Tyreek was like, "You want to race?" I thought it was going to actually come to fruition, and then they stopped it because they didn't want him to get injured on either one.
Wow,
of the
I think
teams.
we've seen it, dude.
I think.
Is DK faster than Tyreek? Is
I don't
DK
know.
faster than the Cheetah?
I'm gonna tell you right now, DK had an open field.
But so does Tyreek often.
He does often, but he's always zigzags, and he gets it like halfway through the game. Metcalf got that fresh off the first quarter. So
I don't know, man.
I don't know if Tyreek's got that speed, but I think Achan may beat him.
Okay.
But I don't know if Tyreek's got that speed no more. But I can tell you right now, Metcalf made me a believer after that run because I had to watch it again. I went back and saw the replay, and I was like, man, that motherfucker's got some stride.
So I got a two-way tie on my stars of the show besides Debo. Fucking Debo. My other star of the show was gonna go Gardner Minshew,
Okay.
and then
He had a good game.
He did have a good game, and then my other star of the show is gonna go Jordan Love.
Oh, geez, shutting down the fucking Chiefs, man.
Man.
I loved it. Okay, listen. I loved 2 games that I got wrong. And I was okay with getting them wrong. 100%. I was like, the Chiefs just lost. So that takes them out of number 1 seed contention until the other teams lose. And maybe there was a shuffle. And I was like, but Jacksonville's got it at this point as the Chiefs went down.
I even
Jacksonville lost.
I even told him, I was like, let's do the banter. I texted him
Yeah.
yesterday. I was like, let's do the banter tonight, dude. We know who's going to win. Neither one of us have stock in this
Jacksonville's
game.
going to win. There's nothing here. I was like, I need to watch it. This is the number 1
And
seed.
dude, big cock
And then-
Jake Browning, dude.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and he's like, why? It doesn't matter. They're going to win. I said, but any given Sunday, I need that to happen.
And it did.
And it happened, dude.
And
In
it
overtime, I was so fucking ecstatic. I almost woke up my whole house, and I had 2 kids in the sleeping.
He did.
I was like, that puts us at number 1 seed, and we're gonna play Dallas. We're
Yeah,
gonna
but
play.
the AFC is in fucking shambles right now. It's crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's looking.
To have the number 1 seed flip flop so much like that.
And it's going to flip flop again.
Yeah.
I guarantee it because the Chiefs have a couple of easy games coming their way. And we have some tough ones. We got the Cowboys, we got the Ravens, and we got the Bills on the last game at home.
Yeah, they're playing the Bills this week. So it might be
Yeah,
it might be another L, man. You guys are coming off
I
a
don't know.
loss. You're gonna go to Lambeau and then lose to Jordan Love. They're not that good.
No, they're not.
They're not good.
But they're 6-6 now, so that puts them in a wild card race. Honestly, though, if you see the layout, if they keep
the
going what they're
AFC is
doing,
laughable.
if they keep going, they could have a wild card.
Especially
spot.
because most of my friends are Chiefs fans, and so like the last 3 years, they've always like had
Well, you
no.
see, Brandon left, right?
Yeah.
they
They have-
didn't want to get to that Chiefs game.
They have no quandary in telling me how shitty the NFC is each year and how much better the AFC quarterbacks are, and I'm like, who? You guys are all fucking injured.
Well, half of them are. Right
They
now.
are.
Fuck, dude.
They are. Everyone talks about how much better Justin Herbert is, and how great Trevor Lawrence is, and how amazing Josh Allen is, and Patrick Mahomes is the king, and all this and all that. And you know what I say? The Dolphins are first seed in the AFC. The
That's
guy
right.
that was throwing up gang signs last
Motherfucking
year.
Right. That's motherfucking right.
That
My
guy.
team.
On to the Diamonds. What do you got?
I got T. Hill.
Oh, Tyreeki?
Yep.
Did you change any of them?
No. I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I got Tucker for a kicker. Some of them kickers have been like I have fucking McPherson. He got me maybe 3 fucking points, and he's whiffed a couple fucking field goals that he should have made. I got Christian McCaffrey playing against the Seahawks, and they're playing at home. And then I got Nico Collins. The Houston Texans are going against Fuck, who are they even?
Chicago.
Who are they?
No. Houston is Jets.
Yeah, the Jets are looking like half-ass trash. And I will give you a possibility. I only put him there as a possibility. I already got you the 5. But Justin Jefferson, even on a snap count, if he does come back after this bye, I still think he's going to go over 100 yards.
Oh, hang on.
What? Oh, we timed out?
Yeah. Hang on. Gotta pause for the Spotify.
Yeah, I still think Jefferson will get over 100 yards. Over 100 yards is nothing to slouch out when you're coming out of wide receiver.
And Spotify, we're back. All right. You got those guys? I'm gonna do these guys.
I'm just trying to cover them up.
Let me see. Who am I gonna Who do I want? I think.
Lamar Jackson?
Nope. I think.
I didn't even pick a quarterback this time. There's too many offensive just beasts out there right now that even if you have a mediocre quarterback, they can keep you up. I thought about Dak Prescott, but I don't know.
I did do a quarterback.
Yeah. Let me guess, Josh Allen.
Nope.
Yeah? Did you do all Hurtsy?
Nope.
You didn't do Purdy, did you?
Nope.
That would have been ironic.
And
Flacco.
I think Flacco is actually going to have a much better game.
You think?
Oh, yeah. He only had 1 interception, 17.5 points coming off the couch. Oh, yeah. He's at least getting 26.
Who are the Browns playing? Jacksonville with no quarterback. Okay. I could see him having a good game.
All right. Moving on. I'm not going to lie, guys. I only had one guy on here, and it's Devo.
Contender. I'm not even gonna.
He's a fucking contender, man. He contended the shit out of us. He contended us so well. I ain't never been contended so well. Never in my life have I been so contended.
What was his rushing yards?
22 for a rushing touchdown. I don't have anything else to say. Good job.
Yeah. He was like a bulldog, man.
It's not fair.
He was just straight up in that game. There
Okay.
was no coming back from it.
Bijan Robinson. There's no hope for him. He's shit. You're trash. He's garbage. You're gonna lose 6 yards for a fucking safety
Against the Jets?
I don't get it. I don't understand. Spotlight is gonna be on Bijan, Devontae, and MVS.
Yeah, MVS still not looking that great.
Still dropping dimes.
Yeah.
Still dropping dimes. Can't catch shit. Also, huge spotlight going on Shaquille Leonard. I want to see some picks. I want to see some stops. I want to see some third down just shut down. That's what I want to see.
Who's got the pick 6 record 5 in the season right now? He's on the Cowboys. Can't think of his name. He broke the record. 5 pick 6s and interceptions for touchdowns.
Oh, pick 6?
Yes, straight up pick 6s. 5 already in the season.
Is it Micah?
No. Can't think of his name. Fuck. It's gonna bug me now. He might get a pick 6.
I doubt it.
This guy has gotten a pick on every game almost.
And
this season,
a pick might happen.
Yeah,
He
I don't.
does do that, but
yeah,
a pick 6
maybe
on the Eagles,
maybe
that's a lot.
That's asking a lot, I'm gonna
That's a
tell
lot.
you right. He's
'Cause
gotten a pick on every game.
You
dude.
saw what Brandon Graham did chasing after Josh Allen.
Yeah.
That's a lineman.
Yeah. And he did not stop. So.
No. He got to 16 miles an hour.
Yeah. He did not stop.
That's 300 pounds at 16 miles an hour.
He didn't stop until the whistle was blown.
He
That
didn't.
is dedication.
Yeah, he didn't stop until.
That is fortitude. That is everything in you going until you can't go no more and keeping going just to continue to play so you don't get a pick six or anything going back the other way or even a first down. That's stopping. That's doing your job.
Yes, and then some.
Yeah.
And then some. All right, guys. Wrapping it up. You guys know how we do it. It is Stefan's Selections. Here we go. Week 14. One thing that I'm gonna start doing for you guys also. I know I said that I'm gonna start doing the spreads also, but I'm also gonna start giving you the over and unders. Starting out, New England at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a 6-point favorite. Got a 30 over and under. Houston. Or let's do them in order. Let's do Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta is a 2.5-point favorite. We are picking Atlanta on this one, and I think they're going to cover the spread over and under of 39. The Rams at Baltimore. Come on. It's Baltimore with an entire touchdown as an entire touchdown favorite. 42.5-point over and under. Detroit at Chicago. Detroit is going to take this one. Chicago is a 3-point dog at home. That's saying something. 3-point dog at home. 41 over and under. Indy at Cincinnati. The spread on this one is Indy +1, right? 1-point underdog at home. I think that Indy's going to be able to take this. I think they are. They're fighting, coming off a huge win. Cincinnati, they're always a tough matchup. But
And they're looking halfway decent without Burrow with
that
Browning in there.
that speaks huge volumes, though. I don't know, man. I think, even though I think Jacksonville is a better team, I think the emotion from Indianapolis's win is more. I think that they're going to come in and I think that they're going to beat them.
149 yards last game too.
Jacksonville at Cleveland. I told you guys that just a second ago. Joe Flacco was looking great in his first game in years. I think it's just going to get better. Plus, the Cleveland has an immaculate defense. Coupled with what's his name? Jerome Ford. Ford, Kareem Hunt. Those guys are
Ford's
dominant.
Getting everything right now.
Yeah, they're doing very, very well. Cleveland, they are only
Ford's
a one.
acting like a Ford tractor and just keep going.
Yeah, they're only a 1.5-point favorite though. Over and under of 34. Carolina at New Orleans. New Orleans, of course. 5.5-point favorites. 37.5 over and under. Houston at New York. The Jets are a +6 underdog. Houston, CJ Stroud is an incredible player. Even without Tank Dell, I think Nico is going to shine. Don't forget, they also got...
They still got Noah Brown.
what's his name? The tight end?
Oh, I don't know his name.
What's his name?
He did pretty good. Yeah,
He's done really well. Sorry, bud. Can't remember your name right now.
Yeah.
Over and under on that Houston Jets game is 34.5. Minnesota at Las Vegas. Las Vegas are 3-point dogs. 3-point dogs. I think Minnesota's going to take it. It's going to be close. I don't know if they're going to be able to cover the entire spread. It might just be a 1-point game, but I think Minnesota's going to take it. Seattle at San Francisco, second highest spread. San Francisco by 10.5 points. The over and under on that one is 46.5.
That might be the upset to watch, though.
Don't be stupid.
That might be.
What the fuck are you even talking about?
Seattle's in a position to mess up your guys' seat position.
No, the fuck they're not. Don't be crazy.
I don't think they're going to be in the playoffs, but they're in a spot to move things.
No. No way. If anyone is going to do it, it's going to be it's going to be Ravens or Buffalo. It's definitely not going to be Seattle.
So you think the AFC will mess up your guys'
Yeah.
numbers?
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be Seattle. Seattle at San Francisco?
Well, I don't see them winning, but if there is an upset this week, that one would be the one that would.
It's not going to be the craziest fucking upset of the entire thing. It's going to be Tennessee beating Miami.
That would be a fucking upset. I'd be pissed.
That's the highest over and under. 14.5 points.
Yes.
That's the highest spread. 14 points
Is
over and
Henry
under
even still out?
47.
'Cause he went
Yeah, he's
out.
out.
Did he
But if
even
there's gonna
have
be an
anybody
upset-
else? That would be the fucking upset. Fucking dicks.
Buffalo at Kansas City.
What do
Kansas
they call their
City.
college team? Volunteers?
Kansas City is favorited by 2.5 points. That's not a lot considering these rivals.
These games.
But they are at Arrowhead, and it's tough to play at Arrowhead. But Josh Allen does. 2.5 points under 2.5 point favorited. Kansas City over and under 47.5. We're taking Kansas City on that one. I am. Denver at Los Angeles for the Chargers. The Chargers are 3-point favorites. Denver's been playing really, really well. I'm putting it in the hands of the Chargers. Los Angeles, don't let me down. The over and under for that game is 43. Philadelphia at Dallas. Dallas are 3.5 point favorites. The over and under, highest over and under of all the games this week or next week, 53. If you're playing smart, if you're playing safe, if you're playing by the over and under, by Vegas, by the sports analyst, Dallas is the way to go. However, when Jalen loses, the next game is always a win. It's happened that way his entire college history. We need this win to secure the number 1 seed, right? We're getting rest time. We had 13 games, or we had 3 games in 13 days. We were tired against San Francisco. We need this win. This is the comeback. This is the fire lighting. I'm taking Philadelphia. Tennessee at Miami. We talked about it. Miami is 14-point favorites. If there's going to be an upset, it's going to be that one. And then Green Bay at New York. New York are 6.5 point dogs. 37 over and under.
I'm gonna change
Take
one.
Green Bay.
Let's see your pen.
You locked it in.
Changing one.
You locked it in.
I'm putting Buffalo over Kansas City. My brain tells me quit betting on the Kansas City Chiefs. I gotta do it.
Going forward, we're not going to be able to change it.
I gotta do it.
Once it's locked in, it's locked in. Once you put it on paper, that's
All
it.
right,
Because we
all
did it
right.
last week, too.
All right. I changed it back last week. Changed it and then changed it fucking back.
Yeah.
He had to message me, what the fuck is this? Oh, I changed it back.
Yeah. Bunch of fucking scribbles on my sheet here. All right, guys. Those of you that came, thank you so much for popping in. For those of you that are coming back and watching this at a later time, thank you even more. Love you guys so much. David, Stefan, catch us next week every Tuesday for the Bro Banter, the ultimate podcast for dudes and bros. We love you guys. See you later.
Have a good one.